Hey guys, so today we're going to be doing a bit of a podcast of sorts, bit of a news update for you guys. So I don't really want to talk about it, but if you really want to know, go ahead, check out the community post. If you go to our community tab, and you can see all the goings on. I don't really want to get into it, if I'll be honest with you, but
real sad boy hours.
Yeah, I'm not in the mood to talk about it today, honestly. So if you want to find out what's going on, go ahead, check that out. But today we're going to be talking about the D&D movie, which I did not expect.
More Hollywood self-fapping going on here.
Right, so I've got a very strong opinion about the D&D movie before it even came out, because
I've got a strong opinion about
well, it's very strong, and also it's very strong, and it's not what you would expect it to be. Now, I've talked about this once before, but the D&D movie was filmed over here, right? And whenever they were doing a casting call,
oh, the baby.
Yeah, they wanted a baby. They wanted.
I called my baby ugly. I couldn't stand it.
Yeah, they wanted a baby, and didn't hear anything back from them. I was like, oh, okay.
This baby is too white. I can't use it.
Well, ironically, it could have been. You know what I mean? That could be the case, but like, who knows? But
don't want no goddamn white baby.
So I'm just saying, they had the opportunity to have Ozzy as a baby in the movie. I don't know what the baby it was for. I'm going to assume it's him whenever he's like young. What do you call him again? The new Kark. Chris.
The Bard.
Yeah, Chris,
I don't care. I could not care less about his fucking name.
Yeah,
like, I really
same.
do not give a damn.
Yeah, well, so
you don't know me. I don't care about you, magic fucking movie man. Shut up.
So that's my opinions on the D&D movie. Like, you know, they could have had gold. I would not care what they did with it, because I would just suck off this movie all day long just because my baby's in the movie. But you know what? My baby's not in the movie. So yeah, this movie can do
how to pay to win. You put like YouTubers' babies in movies and they start sucking off your movie.
I mean, I would have been very happy with that. I wouldn't have cared. Well, you guys, you know what? I don't care about your weird agenda, like, you know, your Hollywood misdemeanors and all that jazz. But like,
I'll hear, kid. Like, hey, Dad, remember I was in a movie? Yeah, where'd the money go? 40K model, son.
Yeah,
I spent every dollar myself.
Yeah, it was good. So it was. But anyway, so the Dungeons and Dragons movie intentionally emasculates its leading man.
Who could have seen this coming?
What you say? What is this new? Is this news to you? See, this is one of the things that I think about sometimes. Would the Marvel Cinematic Universe, like, it at one point in time, like, you know, whenever Iron Man first came out, most superhero movies were still seen as very silly. They weren't seen as like, you know, they'll make money, but they're not like, you know, you're never going to captivate an audience. Now, essentially, superhero movies may as well be westerns at this point in time. You know how oversaturated they are. It's kind of ridiculous. And
does that mean Deadpool's a spaghetti western?
Yeah, actually, would it count? Well, I would argue it's oversaturated to the same degree.
Well, everyone started trying to cash in on the same, you know, oh, this cash cow is really fat with big old nipples, big old little old suck. And they just didn't realize that the movies that led this charge were written, what's the word? Competently. That's the word.
Yeah. See, this
and the thing is, like,
yeah, go for it.
Well, with this, it's just, these people cannot write a female character to save their fucking lives. So what they do is they use the ugly girl friend group mechanic, right? Where if you want yourself to look prettier, you got an ugly friend. If you want to make yourself look competent, you surround yourself with incompetent people.
Yeah, actually, you know, you know what? That's actually a great way to put it. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, it's the exact same thing that happened with Star Wars with your man Poe. Honestly, that was yeah. Honestly, no, that's actually a great way to put it. I think. Honestly, that's kind of what I'm expecting now. I'm expecting what was the second Star Wars one? No, the new movies. I can't remember. There was a Force Awakens.
I do not care.
Yeah, it's just so sad.
Behold the Knights of Ren. What do they do? Nothing. Behold Phasma. What'd she do? Nothing. What?
Yeah. But
there's this really cool shiny armor female stormtrooper captain. Oh, cool! What's her story? We have no idea. She dies in a hole.
just give me a break. Just suck her down the hole. What are you on about? But yeah, I don't think that movie. I don't think these movies would have got to where they were if they were pulling stuff like this, like 10, but you know what? No one would have been doing it 10, 15 years ago. You know what I mean?
No, well, back then, even the worst characters at least could stand on their own merit. And what this does is, I'm of course, I've seen the movie yet, but just knowing this headline, what they're doing is,
no, you know what? I'm sick of being right. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of, you know what? I'm just really tired of it. I'm so tired of being
sips the whiskey. I'm so tired of being correct all the
time. My success is my own failure at this point. It feels like what have I done? Why am I like? But you know what's going to happen.
Slowly wraps him around neck. I can't quit succeeding.
But why does it have to be like this? Like, you know, why do
it's all they know. It's all they know. It's all these people, and I do mean these people on a very particular tangent. It's all they fucking know. This is all they know how to do. Derivative, detract, disdain. It's all they know. So how do you make... So say you have no talent, i.e., every writer in Hollywood.
Yeah.
How do you make your female characters look good? Well, you could write a good female strong lead, or make your male characters look so incompetent, your female characters just look good, just not failing. That's all this fucking is. So I'll go ahead and read this.
Yeah, let's get into it. Let's see what they have to say.
So, Dungeons and Dragons, Honor Among Thieves, writing team, that's being so charitable. John Francis Daly and Jonathan Goldstein. No,
you don't need to say no jokes.
Hold on.
Just keep going for the love of God. Just keep going.
Revealed they intentionally emasculated the film's leading men, though not for wokeness. While speaking with Variety, Daly and Goldstein discussed how Michelle Rodriguez Holga the Barbarian and Sophia Lillis Dore the Druid tend to engage in the front lines of battle compared to their male party members. That was not an attempt at wokeness on our part, Goldstein said. Daly elaborated, saying, "Swear to God it wasn't. We like that Holga is the bruiser that does the dirty work for Edgin, and he doesn't like to get his hands dirty. We also love emasculating leading." Like, we love emasculating leading. You don't have to do that. You can have a character who's a total priss without emasculating him. You can have a female lead that does the dirty work without having to literally tear down all the men around her. This is not how writing works. Like, my other comparison of what I've done is like Tarj and Emily in the Emily Braun series. Tarj doesn't like going fast, doesn't like icky shit, but he still holds his own, you know, and Emily is a strong female lead who's able to do the things, but can still show weakness. I hate how they always ham fist the fuck out of these things. We also love emasculating leading men. Imagine if someone said, we love emasculating leading women, we love making, like, what would emasculating mean for, hold on, let's see, female version of emasculation.
What's it called?
Yeah, emasculate. Okay, it's called defeminize. We love defeminizing female
that would probably be a better way to
characters.
describe it. Yeah, I suppose that's really what they're trying to go for. Now, this actually got me thinking, because I was looking at this the other day, and I was thinking, why did they choose a bard to be the main character anyway? So if you think about it, would you say a bard would be the go-to class whenever you think of D&D? For me, honestly, I think like fighters or wizards, personally. But
Well, I don't understand. If they didn't want a leading man, why have a leading man? Make the fucking the tan barbarian lady the fucking lead then, and call it a day. There's no need to emasculate or defeminize anybody.
Yeah, that's the thing, and it's an ensemble. Like what are role-playing games? Ensemble cast. The idea of having a main character is kind of
a group that works together.
Yeah,
as a team.
You know, there was one I came across the other day that I thought was the funniest thing ever. They really should have every NPC or everyone that's not the main characters just be played as one actor that does all of them, and he's all just in different outfits. That would have been the funniest thing ever. I think, honestly, that would have been a really nice touch, but I don't think the normies would have got it.
That requires like creative writing and good acting.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is like 5 girls and or dudes who can do that shit in Hollywood right now, and they're all like constantly booked in horrible movies.
Yeah. But you know what? that is the thing that was got me thinking. So a paladin, very problematic. You don't want a paladin. I mean, the idea of crusade and the idea of right and wrong, that doesn't sound too good these days, does it? And the idea of a fighter, using violence to solve your problems, sounds like toxic masculinity there. Wizards, that sounds very ableist, just putting that out there. That sounds like, the idea of studying and working hard. No, that sounds very problematic. Bard kind of fits that role perfectly. Like, Bard works almost as like the perfect front cover of D&D because it's so inoffensive. Does that make sense?
Well, I guess it's also, like the most notorious D&D class.
Yeah, I suppose it is. It is. It's strange when you think about it because it's made so many other systems have to have a bard. Whenever
a bard analog.
Yeah, whenever a bard, having class supports and all that, but the idea of using, I suppose, Tolkien did it, and so did C.S. Lewis. They use, the power of singing and whatnot, so I suppose maybe it is a bit older, but I don't know.
Singing as a power is nothing new. I mean, for God's sake, it used to be like battle
chants and all that.
Hymns and shit. Yeah, I mean, singing.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, look at the old Eidos. The Vikings were screaming poetry in the middle of fucking battle. For God's sakes, the ability to sing or rhyme or shout random shit in battle is nothing new. And I think the Bard is the more or less the most notorious, class, all the cringe stories, everyone's like, my Bard fucking...
Yeah, my Bard has sex with a dragon!
Whoa, that's so wacky!
Yeah. You know what? I've actually never experienced that, and I'm quite happy for that. I've honestly never came across, bad Bard players, if I be honest with you. Normally it's because I'm the one playing the Bard, but here, you know what?
And I'm based, so all the Bard...
Yeah, exactly. No. I'm having fun, okay? Fuck you guys, I'm having fun.
But I don't get why they're we love emasculating leading men. Why? Why is that your fucking... your writing catchphrase?
Well, let's go down. Let's see if they explain themselves.
So, I don't know if you know this, but we've got a website with lots of models. And whenever I say lots of models, I mean lots of models. We've got models for any setting that you can think of. With humans with biddies, animals that shouldn't have biddies but do have biddies, dwarves and elves with biddies. Look, we've got a lot of smut models. But it doesn't stop there. We really do have models for anything and everything. And to be honest, they look so good. Chef's kiss, so good. But it's not all smut for all you good Christian Minecraft server players. We've got you covered. And we even got the weebs covered too, which is unusual for this channel because we don't like weebs.
Weebs aren't that bad, okay? They're just fun to laugh at.
We also have 5th edition subclasses and adventures, which some of them are free for download, and we sell a physical printed copy of Steel Water as well, and you can request a signed version if that's your thing, where I'll draw a penis on it for you.
If you want us to sign a couple of decks, we'll give you decks, okay, guys? That's what you want.
Anyway, if you enjoy what we do here, go ahead and check out the website. It helps us out so much, and we don't need to worry about our YouTube overlord striking down another one of our channels. Our website is also now available as an app on Android. Also, and the winner of the daily giveaway is this guy! Yay! Woo!
Look, anyway, in for a chance to win, all you gotta do is subscribe, leave a comment down below, automatically entered in.
And to claim the prize, you just send an email to neckbeardiacontact@gmail.com. Let's get back to the video.
The D&D movies' male heroes aren't always heroic.
After reiterating, it's called Honor Among Thieves.
Yeah, no shit.
They're not very heroic. Most D&D parties aren't all that heroic, so you know what? Yeah, that works. That's fine.
Have you seen any movie made in the last fucking 4 years? Yeah, it's definitely a thing. We have guys who go, you know what? I'm just gonna fucking leave. And yeah, I get it. But after reiterating that the reasons did not pertain to woke thinking, the pair explained they wrote them in that way because they find it funny and fresh.
Okay, that's interesting.
Pointing to Rachel McAdams and Jason Bateman's character at Date Night, which Daly and Goldstein also wrote. They also aim to do something similar with Tom Holland's Peter Parker, and Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark in Spider-Man Homecoming. We like our male heroes to be challenged and not simply heroic, Goldstein explained.
Well, yeah, but also
you can do that without. You can do that without demasculating them. You can use regular human emotions like I don't know, fear or some shit. It's not. Oh my God.
Like you don't have to.
Do these guys think that when men show fear is emasculating? Is that what they're fucking these Hollywood brain dead idiots are fucking thinking of? Like, oh, when men show fear, they're definitely being emasculated. Like, no, this is just fucking fear, bruh.
You know what it is? I would say honestly, it's a very deep misunderstanding of just masculinity in general, and I think that's not to sound very Jordan Peterson-y, but I think it's very true. Do you know what I mean? I think there is a lot of
nowadays, yeah.
When it comes to like feminist types, I really do think when it comes to feminist types, whenever they're screaming like toxic masculinity, I think they've only ever came in contact with genuinely horrible examples of masculinity. That doesn't mean it's all bad, though. You know what I mean? I don't think it's all bad by any means. In fact, I would say most of the time it's actually quite good. But they've never experienced it, so how would they know?
Sam, this is why we need like a solid alien type combatant that can constantly harden us. Like, it's gonna sound like very, very like okay, Garbro, you're here conservative, but war makes people strong.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
It does.
It reminds you. It's humbling because you know that death is only 30 miles away. Death is only a planet away. We need a constant aggressor to keep us razor sharp.
We fall into like what would be the right term? Like we're constantly infighting, constantly. We're constantly looking at problems to have.
Well,
you know what? I would agree with you. Sometimes you do need to keep, because honest to God, see when it comes to like Northern Ireland to the rest of the UK, I think we're very different people. Not just because we're disconnected by the sea, like we're all off by ourselves compared to the rest of the mainland, but the people are just very different and they've got a very different outlook, and I think that is because of the things that happened in very recently. Like when was the last time there was actually war in England, like on like what, maybe the English Civil War? I can't think of actual you've had ship battles close to England, you've had the Blitz and whatnot, but you haven't had actual troops on land, and I think that's very true for Americans as well. Americans haven't had that really since the American Civil War.
I mean, don't worry, we're working on it.
But you guys are working on it a bit too well.
If human beings can't fight something, they'll fight each other like fucking rabid dogs. And thing is, we're not even fighting in a good way. We're fighting politically, which is fucking boring. It's tearfully boring. But it's something that the pair found surprisingly difficult to achieve with leading actors in their films. While they did not name names, they noted that they had experiences with a couple of male actors in the past who refused to look weak or vulnerable in a film. However, they had the opposite problem with Chris Pine, who plays Edgin the Bard in the movie. Instead, Pine reportedly enjoyed making himself look as bad as possible, almost to a fault, to the point the team had to remind him he had to look heroic in some scenes.
See, there's nothing wrong with look.
So what you're playing a coward, or playing someone who's conniving. A
character doesn't need to be perfect. That's the thing. I think these people are mixing up like Mary Sue almost. Like they don't seem to get it. Like I think it's all about evolving.
I do think they don't understand what they want. Like you can have a male lead that's not heroic, but the term demasculate is being used as just a writing term. You can have someone like I remember Badger from fucking Firefly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that dude wasn't heroic, but he still wasn't like demasculating. He was sniving and he was sniveling and conniving, and he was a proper businessman. And he wasn't there for the limelight. He was there to make money, but he still wasn't demasculating. He wasn't like wearing a foppish hat and screaming when the fucking Alliance came down. It wasn't nothing like that.
Yeah. Well, look, let's finish it off and let's see what they have to say.
The D&D movie's Adventuring Party is a bit crap. Regardless of the part each other member of the D&D Adventuring Party plays, actor Hugh Grant, who plays the Rogue Forge Fitzwilliam in the film.
In the movie? When did you?
I guess. noted that none of the main characters are particularly good at what they do. I think maybe what I responded to most of their script was that it's about losers. This little band of comrades, they're all a bit crap. You are not great at being a bard, Grant said, and the magician who played by Justice Smith is really bad. What do they call magicians in Dungeons & Dragons? Sorcerer. He's not much good, and Michelle Rodriguez's character has been thrown out of whatever and is still in love with her husband, who's in love with someone else.
It just drags on and on. Honestly, that's oh my god, that's probably the most boring thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
I think they're confusing demasculation with incompetence. You can have an incompetent adventuring party or an incompetent band on screen, but this word demasculate is not being used properly.
Oh, you know what? I've got the best example ever of an incompetent party, a group of misfits that makes it a great movie. Was it Mystery Men? Do you remember Mystery Men? Do you remember that one with the guy with the shovel?
I do.
And the guy that could turn.
It was the superhero spoof movie.
Yeah, that you know what? That I think that would be a great example.
It had a Ben Stiller and Paul Rubin, and the shoveler was that mustache man, William.
I can't remember his name now.
William Hasey, I think. Or so. Yeah, Mystery Men was a great example of what we're talking about. Yeah, you are correct. That's a group who's not great, but they can still somewhat hold their own, you know.
And honestly, let's be serious. What are most adventuring parties that people play? They're essentially Mystery Men. Let's be serious.
But I don't understand why they think they have to do this with demasculation. Just write shitty character.
Do you think they only use that word? Do you think they only did that to get reactions, to make people?
Or they're just fucking brain dead.
Yeah.
They did it. All they know is, I got emasculate him. You can't say, okay, he's a bumbling idiot who's just out for himself. You can have a character like that who's still a man. You have a female character who's still in love with her husband who left her and still be competent. I mean, they're not super competent. They're able to kind of fumble their way towards the goal line.
Yeah.
But this term, these guys, how can writers not know proper words? I spend every day looking up synonyms and antonyms and you know, certain. I don't understand that they're equating emasculation with competence, or expertise, or like rigor of skill. It's not. God damn it! Like these guys are being paid multi-million dollars to write this shit, and they're fucking stupid.
Yeah, honest to God, like I see before all this, I was really hooing and hawing. See, after the whole OGL thing, I was still kind of like, well, is this really connected to Wizards of the Coast all that much? As far as I'm aware, it's like by a different company that are like they've just bought the license for it. So I was like, well, I check it out. I was leaning on probably not, but if I had the opportunity to go see it, I would probably go see it just to see just so I can garn about it at least. You know
I want to go see it to understand why I hate it better.
Yeah.
So,
because the thing is, I refuse to watch the Rings of Power because I'm just not doing that. But I already have no hope for this D&D movie anyway. But I'm scared. Should I go for it? Because then, at the end of the day, WotC will be making money from it. Is that a good idea?
Of course they will.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's even worth. Should I even hate to watch it? Probably not. I think I'm probably not going to hate watch it. You know what? I probably would be. Well, I would never recommend anyone to watch it in other means. Okay, that's all I would say.
Or sail the high seas and find a rip stream somewhere.
Yeah, I would never say to talk about that ever.
Yeah, see, I hate watch on purpose, so I can fully articulate what I hate about a thing. I hate watched every Rings of Power fucking episode there was. So I got to understand fully. This is why I hate this. So I go, well, why do you hate it? You just hate black people? No, these are the 1,000 fucking reasons why I hate this fucking show. That, and this.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, okay. Like, because people will jump to conclusions. Oh, you just hate black dwarves. Yes, because they shouldn't exist. I don't hate black people. I hate black dwarves because the idea is fucking stupid. You should be as pasty as a redheaded Irishman in those fucking minds. But no, you got guys with full melanin and, and it's just like, if you want to have black dwarves, have an open sky volcano, fucking hold where the sun's coming in, it's hot as shit. That makes sense, but no, they're in the Northern Irish mountains with mist and shit. And like, oh yeah, that guy's black. Why? Because check mark.
Because it just like it makes sense. Okay, guys, just trust me on this one. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna go watch the movie. The way that before I didn't have any hope for the movie to begin with, and now it's just kind of like no. You know what I was hoping for whenever I first heard about it and whenever the first thing came out, I was like, you know what, maybe if they just made like a fantasy version of like the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, I would be happy enough with that. I'm not expecting anything great, but it would be okay, I guess. Does that make any sense? It's like, it's not particularly great, but it's okay. It's not horrible, it's not bad, it's... You know, it's definitely not great, but it's a popcorn movie. But you know what I mean.
This movie is going to screen by probably. It's going to skip by, barely make any money. More than likely, if it's somehow successful, I mean, unless they're trying to rage bait us to go watch it, and turns out it's pretty good because test screenings.
That's what I would be tempted to make.
Yeah.
Are they doing this on purpose? Is this news article on purpose? Are they doing this specifically because they know it's going to wind people up? Is it? I don't know. I
guess, but I don't know why they use all these wrong words. You want to write? We want to write only mildly competent characters. Like, okay, that's fine. You know, you can have cowardly or non-heroic, but the demasculating is a horrible fucking word for what they want. And like the test screenings are allegedly positive, and it's currently being it's especially loved by women. I remember reading one article talking about. And I was like, really? You don't say. Like,
well, to be fair, I don't know any women that says that they enjoyed the new Star Wars movies. You know?
No, because it was a bit shit.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, you know what? We need to get more women to enjoy Star Wars. How are we going to do it? We're going to make Leia marry Sue. I can't tell you any women that I know that liked Star Wars beforehand and said, "Oh, I love the new Star Wars movies." Not one of them says that. Pretty much, it's a universal. They're like, not
See,
very good.
What I'm wondering is are they simply winding us up to make us want to hate watch this? And this movie could be entirely competent. We won't know till we actually watch the fucking thing.
No, we don't, because I didn't have to watch Rings of Power to tell you that it was absolutely dog shit. You know, I just knew.
Yes, that was obvious. But like they'll put out these little teaser trailers, like one where like they're trying to talk to a dead dude, right? And I was like, this is mildly amusing, but I don't see like this is standard D&D party shit. And are you guys using these fucking words on purpose to like rile up the Midwest? Like, demasculate.
Well, that's what I think they're going to do. Like, I think the entire comedy of this movie is going to be like, get it. We said the spell name. Get it. We referenced something. Get it.
Member berries.
That's pretty much what I see the comedy being. I don't think it'll be able to like stand.
Let me read you something real quick here because they're already fucking. Here we go. So this is another article. So, as Goldstein indicates, the Dungeons & Dragons franchise has generally faced a stigma of being solely for a nerdier fan base, while also holding a primarily male player base, though those within the community know this to be further... Yeah, because due to the fact of like outward cultural processing is causing this. It's why they're black dudes afraid to play D&D, because black culture doesn't allow them to. But iconic Dungeons & Dragons web series Critical Role is largely comprised of celebrated female actresses, including The Last of Us, Ashley Johnson, Blood Rains, Laura Bailey, and Persona Marisha Ray. Additionally, the tabletop game has seen a large boost in mainstream popularity in recent years thanks to the likes of Stranger Things and COVID, you fucking idiots, which has named many of its main antagonists after Dungeons & Dragons creatures, community, and Critical Role, blah, 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 blah. With Goldstein revealing the female audiences are loving Dungeons & Dragons honor among thieves and test screenings as much as male viewers, where is this being screened at is my first fucking question. Because if it's being screened in California, they're going to love anti-male shit. Like, give me a break. With the trailer for the...
You need to think of it in the... Is it like an open thing? They say whenever they give feedback, it's like, oh, you know what? Are you allowed to have like... Does it have to be groupthink is what I'm trying to say? Like, you know, say they watch it, they often sit in a group and then say what they love about it and what they hate about it. Because the thing is, most women are not really willing to speak out and speak their own mind in front of other people. They're much rather just keep the peace a lot of the time instead of disagreeing. Does that make sense?
I just wish I could get these guys in a fucking room and just break them with fucking questions and pelt them with shit they're not used to.
Yeah.
Because these guys are coddled by these softball shit. Put them in a room with me and you for like an hour. They're gonna walk away crying, and or I don't know, maybe better people. Who knows?
Yeah,
but
I don't think so. But that's never gonna happen.
So with the trailer for the film already showing a good amount of its powerful female character with Sophia Lillis. God, they make it about fucking dicks and vaginas every fucking time.
My vagina every time. You want to see my vagina? My vagina's tough.
No one was like, "Oh my gosh, wow!" When with Ripley and Ellie was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool. It's a female lead."
See, that's the thing. That's the thing.
It's just
it is possible to do it
with the powerful female characters. It's just like, who the fuck cares? You're not a powerful female. You're a barbarian who has tits. That's all it is. You are a bard with a dick. Who the fuck cares? It's your character that matters, not what you're swinging or dipping between your fucking legs.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think, like, honestly, I think I'm just gonna wrap it up here, because honestly, I'm just at this point, I don't even want to talk about this anymore. It's such a fucking. The thing that we thought was going to be dog shit is. Oh, by the way, it's almost guaranteed
out?
to be.
Hold on.
No, it's coming out in the summer.
It says March 3rd on a fucking article.
Wait, is it out? Is it actually?
Yeah, let's see.
Is it actually?
Dungeons and Dragons, Honor Among Thieves.
Oh, it says hits theaters the end of the month, 31st.
Well, this article says March 3rd. Jesus Christ.
It might have been.
I didn't type a 1. Whoopsie daisy. Anyway.
So, look, here, instead of, like, wasting your money on this, Garbu's got a Kickstarter at the minute, and what's the thing you're going to be doing if you hit 20,000? So Garbu's really close to 20,000, by the way. But I think
what's going on is
what are we going to make you dress up as this time?
Tactical butler. so it's going to be a basically a swallowtail full, probably Victorian era butler costume plus a fucking cap with a tactical black vest, shoulder rig, white and black gloves, basically drop leg holster, basically a tactical butler. I'm gonna hire like a.
I prefer the cat maid personally. I prefer the cat maid, but it's already been done before. The thing is, you've already done the cat maid, so you can't do it twice.
Let me pander to the Japanese. They like their butlers, all right.
Right. Okay.
But basically, it's basically gonna be tactical butler. I'm gonna have a actual like photographer dude come out and do pictures, that kind of shit. Do videos.
Fuck, that'd be funny. That'd be funny.
I'm gonna offer random guys at the range or fucking ammo on a silver platter and shit. You know,
yeah, that would be good. That would be funny.
Just play the meme up, you know.
Yeah, I think it would be worth it. So Garbu's Kickstarter is doing really, really well. How many days do you have left?
I got 25 days. I have Grim from Tabletop List doing my formatting.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, he's already crushing it. Like, this looks really good, and it's based off of the layout's going to look like an old FM field manual from the army. You know. Plus, I got Chloe Coy doing art. She's finishing up a femboy dancer today, and like I'll put I'll show you the thing she sent me. So
send it on over, and I'll put it up on the screen.
Scroll up. Here we go. So this is the kind of art she's doing, and she's really is crushing the art pieces, and I'm really happy with what she's doing. So that's what you got right now for a performer class.
Yeah, let me just zoom out. Oh yeah, that looks nice. So it does. Hold on, let me zoom out a bit more, just so they can see a bit on the.
Right on the fucking the crotch. Zoom in.
Yeah, hold on. Let me.
Let me find the penis.
But that's looking really good. So it is. No, it's definitely coming together. So like, if you guys are interested, don't bother wasting your money on this D&D movie, because you know it's going to be horrible. Why would you encourage this type of behavior from Hollywood anyway? It's beyond me. Like, you know it's not going to be good. You know yourself. How many times have we seen this? They fucked up Lord of the Rings. They fucked up Star Wars. Well, yeah, they have fucked up Alien, but like that was not really from.
They mildly brought back Star Trek a little bit with the new Picard series. They managed to somehow salvage that fucking thing.
I don't know. I've heard a lot about it. Discovery was horrible, though. I absolutely hated Discovery.
Well, yes, that was a fucking garbage fire on a baby on orphanage.
So I never watched Picard. Is Picard any good, guys? Let us know. I might watch
it.
I
mean, it's better than what you would think would be from the usual cattail bullshit they try and sell you.
Yeah, well, that's something. What else have they fucked up? You know, like the thing is, and also the biggest problem is if this
What else you
sells
fucked
well-
up?
Yeah, exactly. It's like the list goes on and on. You know that they're going to make a hack of it. You know that they're going to fuck it up. Don't bother. I would say check out Garbu's book instead, because you know what, you're actually going to have fun with that. And also, there's a war crime section. If you're interested in finding out what the war crime section is, just check out Garbu's channel. He's got videos talking exactly what.
And the war crimes give you power-ups.
Yeah, exactly. But is there anything else? Anything else worth talking about before we end this?
Like,
honestly, I don't want to even talk about the movie. It's just fucking doing me at night.
Thing is, like,
I don't want to be horny anymore. I want to be happy. Maybe I don't want to be angry anymore. I want to be happy.
Well, basically, is that if the movie's entertaining, they'll if some of them go, okay, this is entertaining, and like if you get a few laughs out of you, okay, great job. But it's just like you gotta stop with this inflammatory language bullshit.
Yeah,
like just stop. But like, if this movie is somehow entertaining, I'll give them a fucking one middle finger thumbs up and call it a day.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not 100. Like I kind of like before all this sort of stuff. I kind of wanted it to be good, but do I want it to be good? I just don't want it to be. I'm sick of seeing stuff that's just dog shit all the time, man. You know what I mean? And that's pretty much where I'm at. I it's not that I enjoy watching dog shit. It's not like I can't wait to hate this now. You know what I mean? I really don't want to be like that. And that's also one of the things that I've been trying to do that with the book reviews and whatnot for this channel, because I'm kind of sick of just talking about negative stuff all the time. It's like, you know what? Can I just talk about books that I actually really enjoy? That
I just want to be happy.
Yeah, unironically. But like that's where we're gonna wrap up for today. I just don't want to talk about it anymore. Check out Garbu's Kickstarter. It's doing amazingly well. Definitely worth checking out if you enjoy Garbu. You'll like the Veil Lighters, because the Veil Lighters is just like super Garbu. If you could like turn Garbu into an RPG, that's essentially it. I'm not even joking. What's that saying about books being gay? Because books are kind of gay, because it's like, you know, like you got like an author and he's like putting his like dick in your brain, you know what I mean? What's that?
What in the fuck are you talking about?
It was like an old,
what kind of schizoran is this? What the
no, I saw that. It was
he's
like
putting your dick in your brain, your ear. What
yeah,
the fuck?
No, it was from Lit. It was from the Lit board. It was like a copy pasta. It's like
stares at James. The fuck are you talking about, Schizo Man?
It's copy pasta. So yes, in fact, reading books are in fact the gayest thing, because you're having like other men influence, like reading their thoughts. What? Either way, look, I don't know how else to end the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you next time. All right.
Bye bye.
All those moments will be lost in time.